So yeah, this is my view for the winter. It's not horrible. Good morning. Had to give you guys a shot of the frozen, snowy river. It's really pretty out here this morning. Finally got moved over to the KOA, and I swear it couldn't have been a day and a half any later. It's just amazing how all that works out. I've been camping over at the warehouse for a while, and just trying to get all my ducks in a row, like making sure I'm prepared for winter. And fortunately, we've had 1 or 2 snows, but it just kind of melted off, and it was nothing crazy. But I've had in the back of my mind, like, you know, I've got to get over there to KOA and get situated and kind of shacked up for winter. So the first rolled around, and I was too busy at work to get moved, so I ended up doing it just yesterday. And within 24 or 48 hours, we had, I don't know, 10 inches of snow, and I just kept laughing to myself. I'm like, how serendipitous. As soon as I moved, as soon as everything was situated, then the weather came. So I don't know, somebody's looking out for me. Another really great find was at the thrift store yesterday. I've been thinking about new shoes for a minute because, you know, I've got my snow boots, but kind of wanted a pair of waterproof hikers. And you know me in the thrift stores, so I'm wandering around taking a look yesterday. What do I find? Boom. Those are, I don't know if the camera can show it, but those are $150 Gore-Tex Solomons, my size. Looks like they've been worn for maybe half a season or so. They're definitely worth the $10 I paid. So that's just a little piece of road life magic that I'm gonna keep pushing on you guys, because it's like a life hack and I want people to try it. I think it works. If you just hold what it is that you need in your mind, and for me it works better when it's something that I truly need, like these shoes, and then you just sit tight and keep going to thrift stores and wait for it. Whatever you need has probably already been bought before and is circulating through those thrift stores. So I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was just laughing to myself and smiling. Like, are you kidding me? The exact model shoe that I wanted with my size and just happened to be at the thrift store. Do you know how much of a one-off that is? It's incredibly fortuitous. One might even say magical. So, I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with hanging out next to the magical Yampa. I think that's this river. Yeah, the Yampa that runs straight through town. It's just absolutely beautiful. But I'm gonna flip the camera around and we'll give you a little tour of the campsite. Show you where we're shacking for the winter. Look, we got some geese flying. So this is the Steamboat Springs KOA campground. And I mean, I've traveled all over. I've been to a million campgrounds. I'm usually not a fan of KOAs for any reason, because they're just overcrowded and full of kids and whatnot. However, in the winter, where these people are just shacking up for the monthly, it's pretty freaking cool. So that's the tent sites, and they're all shut down for the winter. So that whole area is completely quiet. The river runs right along this particular row of electric sites, so there's no water on these hookups. Over there is all the people with water, and they're kind of nestled up in the main KOA region. But since I am only using electric, I got one of these sites, and what I love about it is it's literally shacked right up to the river. And my side happens to be right there at the bend where all the rapids and the sound of the water is really magnified. So it's just been so incredibly wonderful and therapeutic, falling asleep to the sounds of the river, waking up to the water. That's a really incredible benefit that I did not anticipate. So that's been really rad. There's cabins here. This is a nice KOA, but I mean, Steamboat in and of itself is a huge camping town. I can't believe how much camp culture there is here. Also just RV culture in general. There's so many van dwellers and people living in their rigs and just camping full time. This guy's got a really cool setup. I like that camper a lot. Alright, so coming up on me, here's my site. There's a couple of downsides. I'm next to these like pools of water, which I don't think anyone's getting away from that over here. Warming the car up. I just got out of the shower, getting ready to go run some errands at work. But yeah, this is the general setup. So I've got this little area right here, which is kind of like my front yard, if you will. My fire pit. I moved the table out by the river. Not that I'll ever sit at it because it's going to be frozen solid all winter. But yeah, what an incredible little spot, right? Just park right in front of it. There's a couple of water puddles, stuff to look out for. It makes Shiloh get real messy, but it's not horrible. I'd say the worst thing about this campground is that it's alongside this, I wouldn't call it a busy highway, but it's one of the main 3 entry points into Steamboat. So the traffic coming from Craig and from the west is coming in that way. It's not horrible though. But yeah, this is what I'm working with for the winter. And then let me just show you how close we are to the river, because it's so cool. So my site doesn't really have an access point, but you can see and hear the water right down there. So if I really want to get down to the water's edge, I can go down there, bother my neighbors, and kind of get down to the riverbank. But yeah, that's the skinny. I'm pretty happy with it. A couple of things that happened. My propane line died that's feeding the propane from here into the rig. So I had to go special order one from a local guy in town and hopefully get that installed today before any more snow comes, because it's starting to freeze. It's starting to freeze the rings on the pipes and everything. What else? So I've got electric, and that's about it. I'm using the electric heater. Although I'd like to alternate between propane and electric. The electric heater works really, really well, but it dries everything out so bad. And I don't know. I could stand for alternating the heat source, I think. So that's the deal, man. KOA, Steamboat 2017. These are going to be some memories, I do believe. Yeah, but even with the snow and even with the water, so far I'm not like dying of cold. I think I've decided that it is definitely time to buy some gloves though. So, you know, priorities. All right, y'all. Peace out.